Good afternoon, everybody. I'd like to just talk about Charlie Kirk for a little bit. The first time I heard of Charlie Kirk was back prior to the 2016 election. I began to listen to him speak about God, Jesus, politics, and I was really impressed with his amount of knowledge that he had in these fields. The more I listened to him, the more I realized that this kid has something going on in life. He's going places. So it just blew my mind how he was such a gentle soul and he was playing the hearts and the minds of a lot of young Americans and bringing them back to God, bringing them back into politics, and letting them see what life really is all about. Charlie was a true, kind soul. He, his faith gave him the power to go and do these missions daily. I wish I was a lot younger, where I could have joined that movement. It would have been really cool to do. You got to realize that his mission in life, he was becoming one of the biggest advocates for civil rights since Martin Luther King, and it's just was insane. I mean, I'm kind of not having a good time with words because it's so hard. But I put a photo up a few days back um, that have Abraham Lincoln, JFK, Charlie Kirk, Jesus Christ, um, and I know I'm missing somebody. Lincoln, Abraham Lincoln, and every one of those individuals, they did the same thing happened. They died for what they thought, and they died for their words. They died because people didn't like what they had to say, and that's just wrong. It's just pitiful. Um, I hope this crusade goes on forever because it's definitely a crusade that's worth following. And if you're young or old, stop following it because turning point is exactly what it is. It's a turning point in our country's life. It's happening. It's important. It's it shows who we are, and we need to turn around and make a difference in life. It's been pretty for me. It's been a pretty emotional few days. Yeah, it's kind of hard. It's just a crazy chain of events. I mean, to see this young man murdered for that. Then we had the 9/11 anniversary. But what really is telling me the most is the amount of people out there that are hateful. These young kids that are running around dancing and celebrating and saying how glad they are that he was murdered. There's something wrong with you people. And I don't want to hear none of this nonsense from the Democrats about gun control and this, that, guns, that, blah, 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 blah. Those people that are celebrating Charlie Kirk's death, they're not wrapped too tight up here. There's something wrong with them mentally. Nobody should be happy about a man being murdered. And here's the saddest part. This isn't about the left. This isn't about the right. This is good and evil. This is a man being murdered for what he thought he can make a difference, and he was making a difference. He was bringing people back. He was bringing the young kids back, and he was doing a great job of it. And it's really sad. Those two young babies now are gonna have to grow up without a father. There was no reason for that. So if you're out there and you're talking your smack and you're saying stuff about Charlie Kirk in a negative way, I hope you get fired. I really do. Oh, I hope you get kicked out of school because you deserve it. Because that's what you're saying. Because nobody deserves to die for a belief. Nobody. None whatsoever. Charlie Kirk was a good guy. He was a good kid. He was a father, a husband, a friend, a son. No reason for him to be murdered like that. It was just harsh. So, I mean, the way it goes, it is. You know, um, it's the end of it, but it's the beginning of it. And hopefully the movement will continue. And I'm going to support Charlie Kirk. And I'm going to tell you guys something right now. If you come on this channel and you start talking ignorant and you start talking about he deserved this, I'm going to make sure that you get canceled. I'll make sure that it goes viral. I will make sure that you lose your job or you get kicked out of school if that's where if you're a college. Because don't make this about anything but what it is. He got killed because he believed in something and he was giving his words to people and having them come and debate, friendly debate. Now, if you know anything about Charlie Kirk, you know that he was not an evil person. He gave everybody the chance to speak. He didn't put you down. He didn't condemn you for what you thought. For those people who are saying that he hated the gays and the lesbians and the LGBTQ community, you're wrong. He didn't. He didn't hate them. He believed what God said, and God said that it's not. So but he didn't condemn them for it. That was somebody else's saying. He just didn't believe that it was supposed to happen like that. That's not God's word. So take it from there. He didn't tell anybody to stone lesbians or gays. Somebody else said that, and they made it out to be him. He talked about the verse in the Bible where the prostitute was about to be stoned, and Jesus said, "He who has not sinned, cast the first stone." And then he turned around and he told us that she'd sin no more and that not to do what she's doing. And that was it. It wasn't about gays and lesbians. So you people that are turning around and saying that, stop because you're just telling a bunch of nonsense, the lies. So with that being said, I'm going to end this because I don't want to make this too long because then you people won't watch it. But please take the time. The Turning Point USA is not going to go away. It's just going to grow stronger. You killed a man, and his wife is going to make sure that this mission goes on. And I'm going to be there to help if I can in my own way. And I'm going to let people know to help in their own way. But God bless and keep it civil. Love you guys. Peace out. Hit that like button and subscribe.